It's more than okay. It's great.
It's fabulous.
It's fantastic. Welcome everybody to Bad Potato Salad, the show where Michael Travers and I accost random strangers on the internet. That's right. Mike and I get read 2 headlines our beautiful wives find across Reddit, and Mike and I choose which one we think will be the funniest to blind react to just based on the headline alone. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Bad Potato Salad family. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. If you haven't rated, reviewed, and subscribed, stop being a dick. We need you. Go do it. It's free and it's easy and it couldn't be easier. So thank you for being here. Please rate, review, and subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. And who is my beautiful co-host? Mike Travers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excited to be here today. I'm excited to get into it.
We had the most technical difficulties planning this week, so
Yes.
we were recording this less than 12 hours before it's released. So if it's bad, that's that's on Stewie, our
Honestly,
dog.
maybe that'll be better than ever.
Here's our beautiful wives, Ken and Alana.
Hello.
And also, just want to let everyone know, since you are here, I am just, and this goes to the people in the room here, but I am just so proud of the weird community that we've built.
Me
Like,
too.
you guys will get, the people listening to this podcast get offended about the funniest things, right? Like, or they take stands on the funniest things. Like, we were talking about Android and iPhone last week.
A lot
And
of Android
a
love.
lot of Android love. Like, every comment was like,
As it
Alana's
should be.
right. Alana's right. We love Android. We love Android.
How many iPhone problems did you have this week?
All right, well, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. But
not expose our secrets,
But
Alana.
Mike and I have been wondering, like, why are our Apple Podcast downloads so? It's because every single person listening to this podcast has green
Android.
text. They have
Oh,
green
there
text
we go.
and Androids, and I don't know how to deal with it. So
Does Android have their own podcast app?
yeah, but
is it?
everyone's just Spotify, really.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes automatically on the Samsungs.
There we
It's
go.
called,
There we go.
what is it called?
Google. It was Google
No.
Play for a while, and they took
Okay.
Google Play
Google
away.
Play is how we download apps.
But you think
there's
everyone's listening to it on Spotify? Is what
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
Yay,
welcome in
Spotify.
Spotify and YouTube or wherever else you're listening, and Kendall.
Maybe I'll switch my phone situation.
If you don't
It
do
would
that.
take me 3 years to learn how to use Android. Okay, so we have something very exciting because we had another fan submission.
Let's go.
Okay.
And I think it's amazing. The title is, Am I the Asshole for Reconsidering Proposing to My Girlfriend?
Interesting.
So we already proposed.
Reconsidering.
Well, Alana,
He's reconsidering proposing
just
to
in
his
general.
girlfriend.
Okay.
yes.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I was thinking of remember the one we read? It was really early. The guy that kept asking, and she kept saying no.
Yeah.
Remember he asked her
been a while.
3 different times.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like up in like where you guys did. Like it took place up in New
Oh,
Hampshire.
in New
Cliff Walk.
I remember the one that proposed while she was going number 2.
In the bathroom at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's see. I feel like that's really good.
I wonder what he found out to be like. I can't go through with
I think
this.
this is going to be an excellent debate.
All right, deal.
'Kay.
Deal.
All right. Fan submission. Am I the asshole for reconsidering proposing to my girlfriend? Hi, guys. I'm relatively new to the podcast, but I listen every Monday now and honestly wish the episodes were longer.
We love you.
I have an Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for reconsidering proposing to my girlfriend? Here's the deal. My girlfriend and I both talk about marriage, but I've recently learned that she doesn't think I'm serious about proposing since it has been 3 years since we started dating, and according to her, she knew early on that she wanted marriage for us. Fast forward to last weekend. I did. I bought a ring.
Aww.
She has always said she wanted a princess cut diamond and nothing too obnoxious. She's shown me some examples that have a center stone with a couple small stones on either side, and so that's exactly what I got.
The women are the best at that, by the way. Like Alana was like, when she got her ring, she's like, it's exactly what I wanted. I was like, you sent me so many DMs
I love that.
of engagement rings that you
For
wanted.
like years.
I don't know why you're shocked that I figured it out.
How do they find princesses to cut these diamonds?
How deep do they
I
have
don't think
to
of a
cut?
princess it would want to work.
Yeah. How deep do they have to cut these princesses?
It's weird.
So this past weekend just wasn't a good time for her due to her oldest son getting in trouble at school and being super nonchalant about it, coupled with other things. She was in a terrible mood, and I was planning to propose, but I noticed it was not the right time, so I canceled the dinner reservation I had made to do it and decided to wait.
Smart.
Yeah.
So plan B ended up being dinner at home and me taking shots.
That's what Plan B is? Oh,
Which plan B
okay.
were you using,
Why
Mike?
is everyone so mad about Plan B?
Yeah.
It's dinner at home and taking shots. I
Shots,
don't
yeah,
get it.
yeah. Also, that should be plan A
Yeah, right.
every time.
What
That's
the hell's Plan A? in
yeah.
that situation?
Going out to dinner,
Going
paying
to
for
dinner.
parking. That sucks.
So somehow her long day verbally spilled over, and I really don't remember how the subject of our pending engagement came up and how she didn't think I was serious, but it did come up. So mistakenly, I listened to Don Julio instead of my actual brain and decided to prove how serious I was / am, and I told her about the ring. She asked to see it, so I showed her.
That ruins the magic. Yeah.
No.
It's like standing behind a magician when he's doing a trick. You're like, it's in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
I know. He's the listener, so I want to take
I
his
know.
side.
I want to
what.
hug him right now.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Fair.
what the rest of the story
Fair,
is.
fair.
Turns out she doesn't even know what a princess cut is, and this isn't the exact cut she was thinking. She said the ring was beautiful, but comments like, I wanted it to be bigger, then insert her friend's name.
Okay.
Oh, so she's like,
like a
hypothetical.
competition.
I want it to be bigger than Alana's ring.
Yeah, she's like every NFL player. She's like, well,
Actually-
Miles Garrett just got $40 million a
Yeah.
year. I deserve more than
I
that.
forgot to wear my
I don't have
put
my
my
own
wedding
either.
ring on
We're
after my
single,
shower.
guys.
I showered, I just never put it on. Anyway, so, and again, referring to a ring she saw on Instagram, for which I simply commented, your ring costs more than that. Her reply was, they robbed you.
Oh, that's not a good reply.
Without any knowledge of either diamond color or clarity, she made this statement. Am I the asshole for reconsidering because this sounds insane to me? Update. I was able to upgrade the ring a full carat bigger in the shape that she wanted, radiant. Haven't planned a proposal yet, though. I mean, going up a full carat is
That's
like
Yeah.
a lot
a
of
good
money.
shot.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. I think that people get so hung up on and I get it. Like women, you put up with men, and you're like, well, I'm gonna get a ring one day. Like it's like, and you know what I mean. But at the same
Fair.
time, like the ring shouldn't be the only reason you're saying yes to the proposal. I think like what they could have done is he could have proposed. Also, he handled this bad, like because he just showed her the ring. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna show her the ring, just propose there.
Yeah, that
Plan.
probably
Sometimes
was-
Plan B comes Plan A. You just propose right there. Not saying you're wrong, but like just propose right there and see what happens. And then if she says no because of the ring, like, well, that's a different situation, right?
course.
And then, but if she says yes, she could have she could have handled this like, I love this. I love you. I want to marry you, but I don't love the ring. Can we maybe look into upgrading the ring at a future time?
Yeah, this decision that he made, this hesitation, or him showing her the ring, cost him a carat.
Yeah.
You know, if he had just been, you know,
Totally.
it's like, you know, you're so excited when you buy a Christmas present, you want to give it right away.
Yeah.
Right.
But you don't, because it ruins the surprise.
Sure.
And this what happened, and now he's got to pay a carat to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if a princess is cutting it.
I'll be honest. I don't know what a carrot. I'm just learning now that a carrot's not just a vegetable.
Yeah.
A princess cut is like a square shape
Okay.
for reference. I just looked it up.
Okay.
But it's
Radiant circle, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
Well, I don't know because I'm just looking at one thing online.
I used to know all this stuff when I was shopping.
Radiant's not.
Pinterest
Radiant's
for my
not on here, but it says round. Princess is square.
Do we get their ages on this?
No.
No.
They've been together for 3 years.
Let
Yeah.
us know.
And
when
she has an older
Yeah.
kid. So this might be like a second marriage
For
thing
sure.
too. Which
it's possible.
Oh yeah, they have she has kids.
Yeah.
And her oldest kid, so she has more than one. So like 3 years is a good time. That's
Yeah,
a, that's
for
a, that's a
sure.
good time for a proposal.
I think
I
so,
don't think.
too.
I think the only thing that you mishandled was showing her the ring
Yeah.
before you were actually going to
Yeah.
propose. You're not. The question is, am I the asshole for reconsidering it?
No.
I don't think you're the asshole for reconsidering it if she was that hung up on the ring and not the meaning behind the ring, because the whole the ring is a symbol of love, right? You know what I mean? Like,
and she has to wear it every day, so she should
love
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
but
you showed it to her and gave her the opportunity to
to criticize.
to criticize and to shape it into what she wanted. So maybe this.
I agree 100% with the shape or style, but the fact that he was like, I went up a carat, like that's not, again, that's great. Go up a carat on my ring, but like that's not changing the shape or style. That's just making a bigger diamond. So if she just wanted a bigger diamond than Alana,
Well, that's I
That's
think
what she
I
said.
think that's the
Yeah.
issue. She was like, I deserve a bigger diamond than
Whoever.
She
her
wanted it to
friend.
be bigger than
Everybody wants
whoever.
bigger.
Everybody wants bigger.
everybody wants
Not
bigger.
me. I'm big enough. You know, it's no, and I think that's part of the issue too, because then it's just like, hey, like I need when my friends to see this that they know that I'm winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it's like that's the part that like I guess could turn somebody's stomach on
Yeah.
a person. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised she just didn't lie like anybody else would have done. Just say she wanted a different one for another reason. Her
Yeah.
saying that she wants it for that reason is
It's not great.
not great.
Yeah. I just wonder.
A lot of
like,
people feel that way and just don't verbalize it.
for sure.
She felt comfortable enough
For
to verbalize.
every gift that he gets her now. For the rest, he's like, "What did your friend get? Like, what did your friend? You got a? She had an 8-pound baby.
Yeah.
We're having a 12-pound
Yeah.
baby.
I just got you a Tahoe.
I just got you a backhoe.
I know you wanted a smaller car. But
Yeah,
Like obviously size, clarity, cut, like there's a lot of things about diamonds.
right.
Hypothetically, just from my initial Google search, is like, let's say you go from 1 carat to 2 carats.
Right.
It goes from like $5,000 to $10,000.
Okay.
This could be completely
Per
wrong.
carat. Per carat.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it says a half a carat is $1,000.
No, that feels right.
That does feel right. So, like
So 1 carat's $2,000 more.
probably.
Yeah,
that's
and
good
so
math.
then,
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you for the
It's,
math.
I went to a state school.
but I'm just saying, like, it's like again, if her only goal is like, I need it to be bigger than this person.
Right. If it's because here's again,
Yeah.
we're not saying if it's not if she made a mistake on the shape that she wanted, well,
Yeah.
that's on her. But it's
sure.
still at the same time like you can take it back, get the shape that she does want. I completely understand that.
Also, can
But
you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're because they don't care. It's just the stone. They just take the stone out and then sell you a different stone.
But like hypothetically, if I went to be like, okay,
Not
I don't.
now because you've been married for so long.
It doesn't matter about the length of time for a diamond. If he bought me a ring,
Oh, that's not a diamond.
You're gonna be real sad
Yeah.
when you find
okay,
out.
so cubic zirconia
Yeah,
is way
yeah.
more.
Turns out lab grown diamonds.
Just finding that out
No,
now.
I'm just saying I would love to know. Number one, how old are you both? Number two,
yeah.
what like how much did you get? How did you return that? Because I just
feel like you
genuinely
can.
believe that you can't.
Yeah.
It's like a car. I could buy
No.
a car and leave the lot and try to go back and sell it, and they're gonna say depreciation. It's this. I can't imagine he
Yeah,
was
but
able
di- but-
to easily exchange a ring.
But
and just
diamonds
pay the
actually
difference.
appreciate though a
I
lot of
know
times.
that.
But well, so that's why you're able to. I'm sure there was a window. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I'm
Okay.
sure there's a window where like. But I think the underlying issue is he the asshole for considering proposing?
No, no.
I mean, maybe not, because if she's only valuing materialistic things at this
yeah.
moment, like.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Like when you're engaged, that's the best time to be in love. Like you know what's hard? Like year 17 of marriage, I bet.
Well,
That's probably hard.
Here's one thing we're not factoring in, though. We don't know how awful that friend is. You know,
That's fair too.
Ashley might be a real,
See you
yeah,
next
that
Tuesday.
you want to have a like. I'm like, you know what? You need a bigger ring. Than
Yeah,
her.
yeah. I know your husband loves you,
Yeah.
but my husband,
Mine
Boom.
loves me more.
yeah,
That just happened, Ashley.
mine loves me at least 1 carat more. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Because one hand, she was comfortable enough to tell him
it only
truth.
goes on one hand. Yeah.
Yeah. On one hand, on that hand, no, that she was comfortable enough to tell him that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
Because again, there's no question. A lot of people think.
Oh,
that
for
way.
sure. For
You
sure.
know, a lot of not me because I'm not materialistic at all, but a lot of people do. But yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
I mean, I get it. It's cause for pause, but
It is. I mean, I think it's definitely a conversation.
yeah.
Totally.
I think it's definitely a conversation.
So, Alana, when you guys got engaged, was your first, did you think at all, after, obviously you said yes and you were excited because you were surprised, but were you like, this is exactly what I wanted? Or were you like, or even like a little, were you like, oh my God, I wish you would have got like this different thing?
No, I looked at it. I remember looking at it like this, and I remember my nails were like, my gel was like all the way grown out. I
very
was
upset
very
about her
pissed
nails.
that my nails didn't look nice. But I remember looking at the shape. I was like, this is exactly what I wanted.
Aw.
And then I remember like noticing the prongs.
Like the detail.
Yeah, and I was like, I feel like there's more prongs than there should be, but there's not, because I don't know. I don't know why I
you got
noticed
you a
that. That was
big-ass
like one of the
fucking
first
knife.
things that I
Yeah.
noticed.
I
But
just
I
think
still
if-
like loved it.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
then
interesting. I wouldn't
yeah,
have
and then
thought
the more I
about-
like looked at it, it was like, yeah, the prongs
Yeah,
like went away.
she kept holding it like up to my face, and she's like, "Is this worth it? Is this worth that?
Do I want these
She's
together?
she's like a painter, like scoping it in. She's,
How
No,
hard
it's
would
like
it be
it-
to get home?
It
from
really
here?
is. It really is exactly what I wanted. I love it.
yeah,
Yay.
But
And it's really
I have
pretty.
something. Yeah,
It
I
is very
have
pretty.
something. I'm sorry, I don't have it on.
We can't show you, but
I have something to say that I hope this doesn't upset you. But
tell us.
way before I met Derek, I was engaged in my early 20s, and that quickly didn't work out, which was great for me.
How
But
did I not know this? I'm gonna freak out.
really?
Maybe
Yeah.
I forgot.
not great
Yeah,
for
you
me.
Yeah,
You
it was
forgot.
when I like right after college.
Oh, okay.
And I absolutely hated that ring.
Yeah, you still said yes though.
Well,
yeah.
she probably felt guilted into saying yes.
But I remember looking at that ring and thinking,
Oh, is that why it didn't work out?
no, it's like he didn't even try.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's like he went to
interesting.
the store and was like, "This is $400, perfect."
I'll take two.
One for this one for my next
right.
I just remember hating
Right.
the ring.
one. Yeah, then
So
that's
I
fair.
remember
No, that's
seeing
fair.
like the ring you gave me, and I was just like,
But you didn't say if you liked your ring.
Oh, I loved my ring so much, and I literally said right away, I'm like, I loved everything you did about it. I did. He did buy it from Derek's hometown. Yeah, I did. From a friend of ours.
Oh, that flea market up there.
It was like 30 cents.
It's a good flea market.
great.
Yeah. So sometimes this machine sticks, but you get the quarter in there the whole way. It turn it.
I
It'll-
love my ring. I need to get it resized. It doesn't fit me anymore. It's too tiny.
Aw,
Look at you.
you've grown into your adult fingers.
I know.
Hey, I will say, I think it's fair to say you're not the asshole for reconsidering.
No.
Based on her reaction alone, based on
Yes.
what we know about the story
Yes.
and her reaction alone, it's more than just about the ring itself. And especially if you followed every cue that she gave you and she still wasn't happy with it, like, and again, the fact that she was like, I need it to be bigger than my friends, like that's a
Yeah.
that's a tough pill to swallow because you're like, well, I'm not sleeping with your friend. Yeah.
And in her defense, we don't know what her reaction would have been in a normal
Yeah.
surprise relationship. She could have been like a week later, be like, "Hey, would it be okay if we did
Right,
something different
right.
with
Right.
this?"
Yeah.
I need to
So-
know how old they
but
are.
I guess reconsider's fair, but I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't. It's not. I don't think it's
If
something I
everything
would-
else is good, I
Right.
wouldn't.
Yeah. Given the fact that everything else is really good in your relationship, I would just let this blow over because again, because for men, like we don't think twice about a wedding. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like we look at the pictures sometimes because they're hanging in our house, but like for women, they fantasize about their dream wedding. You know what I mean? So it's like she might have had this thing in mind that she really wanted, and you know,
And that's totally fine.
and the fact that you've able to give it to her now, like. Hopefully it's all good and things are good. So not the asshole. You're not the asshole for reconsidering.
You are not the asshole.
Thanks for writing in.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And also, if you want to write in a story where you want us to discuss personal details about your life, we will do that. We have it's either this or the classifieds. We're down to two things.
It
Right.
says his last name here.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we didn't say any names.
The only thing we require when you send a submission in is a good title, a good story, and your social security number. That's all we require. So you can make that happen. Give us our first options of the night
Okay, here's our first option.
or morning, whenever you're listening to this.
Whatever day this is. Am I the asshole for not letting my wife keep her old habits after we had a baby? Or am I the asshole for refusing to apologize for slapping my boyfriend when he smashed a birthday cake into my face?
Ooh, those are two good titles.
Smashing a birthday cake into someone's face. Like, I understand, like,
Yeah.
wedding cake, like, it's the cute little thing, but, like,
Yeah.
a birthday cake is
Yeah.
a
I feel like that's a more interesting story, in my opinion, because I feel like we could have some debates about it.
all right.
Let's do it.
But
All right.
ready? Okay.
Yes.
Sounding pretty good too.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for refusing to apologize for slapping my boyfriend when he smashed my birthday cake into my face? So my boyfriend and I celebrated our birthdays together. She is 34, female. He is 38. This year, I contributed a small private room at a restaurant. We invited 11 people. 4 of them are my local friends, and the rest are his family members. I wanted to celebrate a new achievement in my career as well, and I thought this would be a really great time to splurge a little bit and get some delicious food. So we had access to the menu, drinks, and our cake ahead of time. I agreed to pay for half of the food, aside from having also rented the space myself. The space was paid for in advance, and the food would be paid for at the end. We had issues last year because I felt like he was doing low effort things while I always did my best to give him a nice birthday celebration. We do have an income gap, but it wasn't even about money. I was making less money last year and I still made things work out for him. So this year he took care of inviting people, he paid for the cake, and he got me a spice rack as a present, which I loved.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, is she mad? No,
Yeah.
she's very happy. Okay.
Also love that she was like, I met access to the menu early. You mean you use their website? Like, every restaurant has their menu on their website.
It was very exclusive.
Yeah, it's very exclusive. Google
Don't
it.
let anybody out there see this.
Yeah.
It's not
Ma'am,
for
it's
their
the
eyes.
same one.
Only for us. I made myself pretty, got my eyebrows and eyelashes done, I had my hair done.
Okay,
and we were,
queen.
Pop off.
pop off, queen. We were told to pose and pretend to blow out the candles for a picture. And also, I didn't want to blow my germs on our cake. Is that an Alana sentence?
Yeah.
And then we each had a picture alone with the cake before we did it. And then when it was my turn, I was holding the cake and he pushed my face towards the cake. I tried to fight it. His family started cheering and he arched over my body and forced me to bend over until my face smashed the cake.
Meanwhile, he's 38.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget that.
Yeah, that is wild.
My friends tried to get him off of me and he resorted to plastering the cake and frosting all over my face and hair. I don't even need to keep describing the mess because I will never be able to end this post. But I ended up slapping him when he attempted to do it again. His mother got up and she started fighting with one of my guests. I had to cross the main floor with cake all over my face to get to the bathroom. When I looked in the mirror, I had cake everywhere on my neck, on my blouse. I had red and blue food coloring all over me that would not come off. I had to wash my face and had to pull my hair in a bun because that's the only way it looked presentable. When I came back, his family all had long faces. And I said to him, what he did was unacceptable. And he said, it's just a joke. Everybody's done that for ages, and me slapping him ruined my image in front of his family. I started crying. I gathered all my stuff to leave.
The assault that led up to it. I guess his life. If she would have slapped him with a cake
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
it would have been funny. It would
Right.
have been
Right.
an oversized punching. It's a joke.
I notified him that he should pay for himself and his guests. My friends paid for their own food, and I said, I'm leaving. We ended the night right there. My friends tried to get me to go out somewhere else to treat me to dinner, but I wasn't comfortable with my appearance. So they ended up sending me money that I spent, and that broke my heart. No. So he had to pay for half the remaining bill, and he also got charged a cleaning fee. I still love him, but I'm clear that I will never be able to forgive him. He acknowledged that what he did was wrong, but he's adamant that now his family hates me for slapping him and says that my behavior was too aggressive. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. I was so excited to celebrate our birthdays and my career milestone. But he said that my behavior showed him what his future would look
Oh
like.
my goodness, he became the victim.
Yeah.
That is quite a.
He said he was so aggressive and focused on making his family laugh at my expense that I realized he's not good enough for me, and I lost my confidence to be seen with him in public because I don't know what else he'll do.
Sure.
He says he paid for the cake, so it's not a big deal that he smashed it in my face.
I think that's what she was upset about.
Yeah, she was.
And
It's the
She was
flower.
like, "Excuse me, who paid for
Yeah.
this? Oh, you did? Okay, I'll go down. I'll go into it."
I feel so much better.
He said he wanted me
Yeah,
to
if I could get this icing out of my eyes, I'd hug you.
He said he wanted me to apologize to his mom, but I refused. And he says his mom feels humiliated because of what I did.
She got in a fight with one of her friends.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He had to slap her
Trashy,
mom
yeah.
in the face.
Yeah.
His mom said she comes across as violent. So she has blocked him and stopped talking to him. And is she the asshole for doing this?
Absolutely not.
No, before we judge, what kind of cake was it?
That's
Oh, we don't even know. It had red and blue
Probably
icing.
know. We should probably know what kind of cake it was.
Well, had the
Don't know.
bad red food dye on it.
He's
Yeah.
38.
He's 38.
He's 38.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're glazing over the fact that
Yeah.
this man is 38 years old and still thinks it's funny to, like, if you have a small child, like, you know what I mean, like at a birthday party, and it's like boop, you bump their nose into the cake, like that's one thing.
You wanna
You're
put a little-
They're
Yeah.
already going to have cake all over them anyway.
Right, exactly,
And the 1-year-old didn't spend the day getting ready.
no, they have a
Yeah.
smash
you know,
cake,
putting
for-
makeup on, and
Right.
picking an outfit out,
Right.
renting a room. Because 1-year-olds are insensitive. And they
they don't care about the effort.
no,
we go
that
through.
that's so. I feel so bad for her. Like
I do too.
Not,
Like,
not
she
just
got-
that he physically assaulted her. Just because a cake was involved doesn't take away the fact that he assaulted her. She tried to
That's funny.
stop him, and he kept doing it.
Just imagine like a balloon artist just like making dicks and then smacking people with them. Like it's funny. It's not assault. I think the good news is this happened to you in front of his family, because now you know who his family really is.
Yeah.
And you can get away from it. Had this had happened like after you were married, that's way more expensive of a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that it happened to you.
Cost
But
the guy
the
a
fact
carrot.
that before they got home, he was the victim of this.
That's unbelievable that he didn't, like, something like that immediately should have gave him like clarity of like, oh my God.
No, he's pushed her face back. He moved
Yeah.
the cake into her. When she stopped going down on the cake, he
Yeah.
moved the cake towards her.
That's unreal. Yeah, get out of there.
And she also says, she's like, I feel really bad about the way that I reacted, but I felt so frustrated.
I feel like she feels embarrassed about it having to happen to her, and then like the way she had to walk across the restaurant. So like she feels bad because in her mind she's probably just playing it up as like it was a whole bigger thing. And
Yeah.
like the chances are 30% of the people in the restaurant saw you walk to the bathroom, so it's not even that many. But it's still in her mind it's like the biggest thing that's
that
ever
feels
happened.
like
it's
an assault.
for sure.
For
Well, it was
sure.
an assault.
Yeah.
That's why it feels that way.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Wow.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
You're not the asshole.
Yeah.
No, not at
At
all.
all.
Not
And
at all.
and where send us your address. We'll send you one of those surprise birthday cards that pop out.
Did you guys do, I can't remember. You didn't do any like cake smashing at your wedding.
I got a little bit on her nose.
That is fine, I think. Were
Yeah,
were you mad about that?
She told me very clearly going into it. She's like, if you put cake on my face, I will
I
murder.
said the same
Mike
to
said
Kendall. I
Mike
said
said
it.
the same thing to me, honestly.
Yeah.
We spent all day
I agree.
Yeah.
getting ready.
That is never that tradition has never
I wasn't
made
mad,
any
though.
sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Of course
I don't
you
even mean
do you
putting
know-
a little
do you
on
know-
it. I just
do you
mean
know
like
why-
that whole,
yeah,
You
but do you
got
know-
it like dribble down my mouth.
yeah.
Well, hey,
Let's
twice,
talk about the
It wasn't
cake
like
right
on
now.
my nose or anything.
twice in
Yeah.
the same day, Lon. That's not. Do you know the tradition behind doing that though?
I actually don't.
Okay. Do you?
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Tell
do you,
us.
Lon? Know the tradition behind
why
smashing?
people do
yeah,
it?
why people do
No.
it. It's the man that always does it, and it's supposed to symbolize the man's last act of disobedience before
Oh, I knew that. I
listening
knew
to
that,
his
yeah.
wife
I have read that
Get
before.
for the rest of his
Fuck
life.
outta
Yeah,
here.
that's what it
Good.
is.
So I still have one in
silly.
the. I still have one in the back.
No. You cash that in a fire hall in Apollo, Pennsylvania.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's crazy. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
not
that's
that
that's the tradition behind it. No, you're not the asshole, and honestly,
No.
you should get away. You should.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it happened to you in front of his family, just so you
Yeah.
can see how they are going to react, because there's going to be way bigger problems happening in your future. You know what I mean? And like they're always going to take his side, and it's always going to be your fault. You need to get away.
Yeah, definitely. Get him a nice parting cake. A breakup cake.
Oh, that's a good idea. You should get him a cake to apologize, but make it one of those exploding cakes.
With glitter.
Yeah, and like a glitter bomb on his
Glitter bomb,
face,
yeah.
and be like, "Not so
amazing.
funny when it's you, Kyle."
And then slap the mom.
Yeah, invite
I
her.
always hated you, Helen.
She's like, "My
Send her-
name's Pam."
Send her one too.
Same thing.
Okay. Am I the asshole for kicking out my house guests 11 hours before their flight is scheduled to leave?
Oh, that's a long time.
How far are they from the airport?
Yeah.
Or am I the asshole for removing all tracking on my device from my parents who keep using it to see my location for
I
non-emergencies?
feel like the first one's like Holiday Inn. Yeah. Like we make people leave and they have flights are later.
It's you gotta leave. I kind of want to know what the guests did to cause it.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just the second story was probably just a teenager just going through.
Well,
teenage
she's 24.
Life. That's not a teenager. That is certainly
So
not a
yeah,
teenager.
I feel the same way. I don't know. They're both interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I want to know what the guests did to get kicked out.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
Because 11 hours is a long time to kill in a city that you're not familiar with.
For sure. And you were, staying there. Would they woke up out?
I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting discussion.
Okay. All right. Am I the asshole for kicking my house guests out 11 hours before their flight is scheduled to leave?
Also, it really depends on the time. Mm-hmm. You know, like if it's like.
Well, what if they had to go to work?
Yeah, that's what I
and,
mean.
like-
Yeah, getting kicked out at 8 a.m. as opposed to like 4 a.m. or
Yeah.
midnight.
Right.
Okay.
Let's find out.
All right. My friend and his wife have made plans to visit us this summer for a weekend stay. The flight is 2 hours, so not a really long journey for them. We have our home professionally cleaned regularly and go all in to be good hosts to our guests. However, with any good thing, some people try to take advantage. I usually will take an extra day from work after guests leave to get rest or even tidy up the house.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. I feel like underlooked in this country, taking a vacation day the day after you return from
100%.
vacation is so. It's something you don't
Necessary.
think about, but like just that decompression,
Yeah.
getting
Totally,
back into life.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay. Okay, found it. It's just a peaceful time for me to return to the normalcy of our household after being in host mode. Before my friend booked his flight, my husband let it slip that I will not be working the Monday after my friends stay with us. Next thing I know, my friend tells me that they will be flying out on a red eye the Monday I took off for rest. This means they will arrive early Friday morning and leave late Monday night. And to that, I responded that I will be taking them to the airport as early as 8 a.m. Monday morning so I can have my day of rest like I planned.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a very quick answer. Jeez, oh, man.
Yeah, we were kind of on the guest side for a
let's-
minute.
100%.
No, we were on the. We were on the host side for a minute,
Right.
being like, well, they were probably terrible guests.
I
She's
thought
like,
they were partying late. They
Yeah.
caused a mess. They stained something. Nope.
Yeah,
They just had a late flight.
you could just.
Holy.
I feel like, but did they book the flight after they found out she doesn't
Yes.
work the next? Oh, so they
Wait.
booked the flight after they found out
'Cause the
she doesn't
husband
work
told
the
them.
next
I think
morning.
this is two men.
Okay. Oh, my friend tells me that he doesn't understand why they can't just hang out at our place or have us show them around town more on that Monday since they have a late flight.
It's fair.
I explained to them that the day off is for me to rest, not to continue to be their host. I told them that they are more than welcome to leave their luggage here if they want to go explore on their own, but we will not be hosting them or playing tour guide after Monday morning. So he goes on to admit that it was cheaper for him to book the later flight on Monday and that it's not a big deal for him and his wife to just hang out at my house all day until it's time for them to fly out. Keep in mind that I will have to take them to the airport or pay for rideshare because he refuses to pay.
I mean, that's
So wait.
Yeah, that's.
I will
insane.
also have to feed them.
Okay, wait. So she's saying they can stay there.
No.
They just won't show them around.
No, he's saying you can leave your luggage here,
and
But
go
they
do
have.
what
wanna
you
But they
want.
have to
explore.
go.
Right, you have
Yeah,
to go
but
out
she
and
needs
and
her
do,
day of rest
Okay.
at home.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
why
it's
does she have...
it's two couples.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
a,
it.
yeah.
I could be. I think it's a husband and wife are the visitors, and I think it's a husband and husband of the house. But
Okay.
I could be remembering wrong.
Okay.
But this person that lives at this house says they'll also have to feed them.
Well, I mean, like if they're there all day, yeah, you
Get
gotta
the
feed 'em.
obligation. Yeah, you're making yourself something to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
that-
I know. I
She's
know.
saying like they were saying like if
I
they
took it
stay
as
at
like when they go out to restaurants, they have to pay for
no,
them
no,
too.
no, no.
That's
Like
just the way
I think she's saying like I'm not leaving this house today, and I'm gonna eat 3 meals, so
Right.
like I have to cook for them as well.
Okay.
I mean, we have
Meh.
people over our house on a daily, but like 3 nights a
Constant.
week, someone's staying at
Constant.
our house for whatever
Right.
reason, one reason or another. There's plenty of times you'd like that, but yeah, you can't tell. So they came in to visit. That's just odd.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. You want that time off. You want that time to
But-
relax, but
Also, like double-edged sword too, because like if you ever go visit them, you think they're gonna just forget that happened? You know what I mean?
For
They're gonna
sure,
be like,
yeah.
actually, your first night when you're coming in, you can sleep on the porch. You know what I mean? Like,
right, you can do what they're doing, but to think that you can do that and it not affect your friendship going forward.
Yeah, that's-
These people are never going to, even though you just entertain them for 3 days, they're never going to think of you the same way ever again.
Never.
It's not worth the. You'll make up the rest.
So I told him that they are welcome to visit and stay with us, but staying in our house all day on Monday is not an option.
That's crazy.
And he needs to make other arrangements. He's now accusing me of being a horrible friend, and his wife says that we are the assholes.
I kind of have to agree with his
I
wife. Yeah,
agree.
you kind of are an asshole. Like I get that
Yeah.
You're a
you
bad
want,
host for sure.
Right.
You're just a bad host.
if you want that day of rest, or also if you just like you're in your own city, don't host people. Like if you're gonna act like that, just don't
Right.
host people. Be like, hey, you can't stay with us. Our house is kind of crazy, or it's cramped, or it's small, or like hey, we don't really like to eat. Like there's better ways to handle it
Yeah.
than be like, hey, by the
Yeah.
way, when you come here, you have to leave at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, there's better ways to handle it. Like you said, lie, like the rest of us would do. Hey, guys, bad news. Monday, having a
Gotta work.
super important meeting.
Right.
I got people coming over.
Right.
Can't be here.
Right.
You know, before they even booked the trip.
For sure.
Just lie like everybody.
Yeah.
The way I can see it being acceptable that they say that is if she or he has to work on Monday and like they have like Zoom, like on Mondays I'm like Zoom heavy and
Right.
like you know, and you have to like work at home and like be on your meetings and stuff, but
Right.
that wasn't the case.
I
They
think
took
it's-
Monday off.
I think it's fair to say like you are not going to entertain them.
Yeah.
And that if they want to go see the city or do whatever, they have to go do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But not like being like you have to check out of our house
Right.
at
I
8
think
a.m. That's
it's
weird.
Because the fact of the matter is they're like, you know, she was like, you can leave your luggage here, but
Yeah.
you physically cannot be here.
They sure they weren't at a hotel? Because that is the same thing I get told every
Honestly.
time I stay somewhere.
Yeah, not at 8:00 in
Like,
the
you
morning.
got to get
not
out of
at
the
8
room.
o'clock
No,
in the morning.
they're
I mean, that's yeah. I mean, like again, like because what if her friends would have been like, hey, like we just can't get to the airport right now. It's 11 hours before our flight. Like, we'll just sit in your living room and not make. But then also, it sucks for them too because it's like we flew in to see you. You know what I mean? We didn't fly in to see the airport for 11 hours.
Yeah,
We
that's
flew
a
in
good
to
point.
see you.
I can't imagine being mad at any of my friends that came to stay that they had to leave later in the day.
Yeah.
Like I could maybe be secretly
you're off
annoyed
work.
if I had a plan, but
Right.
like you just figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Yeah. They should have just sat. They should have just said, okay, and just sat out front, like ordered a mariachi band. Like,
Funny. Yeah, we could have been real petty. Set up a lemonade stand in the front yard.
go buy like a leaf blower
Yeah.
all day long. Is that
Leaf
battery's gonna
blower.
die?
Man, well, I originally went
Yeah.
into this story thinking, well, there's no way you're
Yeah.
you're the asshole,
Yeah.
but you are
Kind of.
you are in fact the asshole
Sorry.
for kicking your
Kind
friend. Again, there's no law that says you have to host people.
No.
But when you host people, you are accommodating them because
That's fair.
they're coming into your city and accommodating you.
They're your friends.
They're
Like,
also
you're talking
your
about friends.
Yeah, that's
Right.
also
Your
fair.
friends needed somewhere to be before they fly out. They flew in to spend time with you. You don't obviously see them very often. Spend a few more hours. You'll be glad you did by the end of the day.
For sure. It'll be exhausting. It'll be a
Yeah.
long day. Like the whole weekend was probably a long weekend, but like
Sure.
yeah, you just do it and like it's
Hey.
better.
Take Tuesday off.
Yeah.
Deal
Yeah,
with it.
that's the other thing too. Like, what's
Go to-
what's
yeah,
their
go
work
to
schedule?
Yeah, go to work Monday and now take Tuesday off.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you
guys
guys
can
can
do what
come
you
to
want.
work with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go to work. I'll be back
Bring
Tuesday.
your guest to work day.
Yeah.
All right, we
Ah,
ready
she's
for
the
the
asshole.
last story?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay. Am I the asshole for telling our moms that they can't join our vacation? It's like a couple.
Well, they can join. They're just gonna have to leave at 8:00.
Or am I the asshole for refusing to be my sister's bridesmaid because she chose ugly friends to make herself look better.
That one. Mike?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's so
I've been that ugly bridesmaid.
funny.
Her own sister's been like, I can't be up there with you and your fugly ass band that you're trying to make.
Is it
Lana.
my turn? Oh, it's my turn.
No. Is it your?
it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Oh, sorry.
I
I
just read
forgot.
that one.
That's so
That
funny.
is crazy.
This is, I think, hysterical. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to be my sister's bridesmaid because she chose ugly friends to make herself look better?
Yeah. Some of these are childhood friends. You don't know what someone's going to look like as a child.
Didn't know what kind of jeans they were working with.
Yeah.
My sister, 27 female, is getting married and asked me, 24 female, to be one of her bridesmaids. I was very excited until I found out who the rest of the bridal party was.
Pull out her yearbook.
Every single one of them is someone that she's either not that close to or has made fun of before for being awkward and not photogenic.
So her sister thinks that she's putting these people in her wedding to make her look better
Yes.
for the wedding.
I've
Yes.
never heard of that.
Some of her actual best friends, the ones that she sees all the time, were not even asked to be her bridesmaids. It felt weird to me, so I asked her why she picked this group of people. And she kind of laughed and said, "You'll understand when it's your wedding. You don't want people who will outshine you in your own pictures."
That's why people don't ask me to be in their wedding. That makes sense.
Nailed
That
it.
tracks.
Yeah.
Nailed
That
it.
tracks.
Yeah.
Nailed
Now that
it.
I think about it.
Hey, right here.
Yeah. Oh, I asked you to be in my wedding, and Kendall was like, Mike's too ugly to be.
All right, that's fair.
I just stared at her and I said, "Wait, so you think you picked them because you think they'll make you look better?"
That's crazy.
She rolled her eyes and said, "It's not really that deep. I just want to feel confident that day, and I'm allowed to be a little selfish for my own wedding." So that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I told her that I actually didn't want to be a part of the bridal party that was built on tearing other people down, even if it was subtly, and that she should have picked people that she actually cares about. Now she's calling me judgmental and sensitive. And
She's calling her judgmental. Yeah.
Also, why did you pick me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That
have a
was the first
sister
thing
with
I
we
thought.
we have
Yeah.
a sister. It's missing a few teeth.
Yeah,
You could have
right.
picked her.
it's so fair. Our mom says that I'm being too idealistic and I
She's
should
maid of
support
honor.
her. But I feel like going along with it makes me complicit. Am I the asshole?
100% it does. The fact that her friends are going along with it, because her friends also have to be aware. They're like, hey, she's gonna be like, hey, like I'm not taking you.
Well, they're not going along with it because they weren't asked. They can't. Do
Oh no,
anything
no.
about
She
it.
probably told them. I'm
doubt
not
it.
asking
No.
you
No
to
chance.
be.
No.
You don't think?
No.
She told her sister. She told her sister.
That's her
Her
sister.
sister bugged her about it. There's zero chance. If I am best friends with Lana, we've known each other for 20 years, and she's like, I'm getting married, and doesn't mention that I'm a bridesmaid, I'm hurt. I'm not mentioning a single thing. And there's no chance she's being like, hey, I didn't want you to be in my wedding because you're pretty. Like, that's not happening.
I thought the idea was always like people took pride in like having like really good looking like
friends.
Yeah, like bride. Like I thought that was like a thing. Is that not
Yeah.
a thing?
I think it goes both ways.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean-
they go both ways.
When's the next wedding?
Yeah.
Is there
Okay,
a
well,
wedding
that
happening right
changes
now?
things. Yeah.
I'm assuming if
Bridesmaids.
the bride, again, if not everybody thinks like this, but if you're someone that's thinking about how do I look as the bride?
Yeah.
If you feel like you're attractive, you might be like what Mike said. Oh, I want like my hot friends in the wedding, so we all look hot in pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you're like insecure, you might be like, I want my ugly friends in the wedding, so I look better.
So funny.
But that's not like that's insane.
I always do that joke about saying, I've been married twice. Most interesting thing is I used all the same groomsmen for the second wedding that I'd used for the first wedding. Doesn't sound like a big deal. Do you see the wedding pictures? You're like, that looks like a boy band reunion. That didn't age well.
a little
When's
bit.
their Vegas
Yeah.
run?
What happened to that
Man.
singer?
Could you imagine? Okay, first off, if you're the friends that get asked,
Yeah.
knowing that you're not close, have you ever been asked to be in a wedding to people that you weren't close
Yes.
Yeah.
to? Yeah, and doesn't it feel awkward to like?
Well, I didn't think it's because they thought I was ugly, but I did think it
Well,
was a little bit.
see who wrote the story, Kendall. See who wrote.
You got to go back and as soon as we get home, she can be looking for pictures. I knew it.
God damn it! Did Alyssa pick me because I'm ugly? No.
Did you say yes though? You did the wedding?
Yes, I've been in several weddings, and there's been times where I'm like, oh.
I got asked to do one a million years ago by someone. I mean, I knew him, but I was barely a friend with him, and there was only 3 of us in it. It never made sense, but
That's crazy.
I stood in and did it, man. And I did a great job.
I have bad news for you,
Ushered
ugly
people.
ass Mike.
Right, right. Mike and I got picked because we were ugly. Fuck. It just.
I mean, that could have been.
That guy had a sick mullet.
There was only 3 of us.
Yeah, all his other friends were hot. Dude.
Now he's rethinking his entire life right now.
Trying to think who the 3rd one was.
He needs a thought bubble above his head.
John Legend. I think that again, another story where I was like, well, there's no way you're not the asshole for like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way you're not the asshole for being like, am I the asshole for not wanting to be in a wedding with, because all my sister's friends are ugly.
Yeah.
I thought she was the judgmental one in this situation.
Yeah, no, she's not.
Because the way she wrote the headlines that suggests that she was and it's her
It's
friend.
weird because I definitely think the opposite. Like when I see a wedding party, like where we live, people, always taking pictures up there. So we see them like every week. Like, and I always look and just think like, oh, that's a good looking group.
Right.
Like I always think that. I never think like, that bridesmaids are way hotter than the bride. Like it would never, but you always think like, oh, it's a really good looking group of people there. So that surprised me. I thought people thought that way more like.
Mike rolls out the window. Who's the bitch in the peach dress?
Yeah.
Was she seeing anybody?
I think something that's more common is that brides possibly sometimes will pick bridesmaids' dresses
that aren't as flattering.
That aren't flattering.
Okay.
And then they're kind of like, well, fuck you. It's not about you. It's about me.
Do you pick? I mean, obviously you pick based on your friends, but do you also pick based on like how efficient or useful to the wedding that person would be? No, I'm just asking because I'm thinking before you say no, before
He's
you
got
say
ushering
no.
experience.
Yeah, no, before you say no, it's like planning the bridal party, planning the bachelorette party, things like that. Like that some friends like are better at that shit than other people.
I think we saw this in Bridesmaid. I think we saw that come to life.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah,
in that documentary, that she picked one that was. Had more.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Do you think was that even a thought in your mind that you're like, I'm going to put this person in charge of this because I know they're going to get it done out of my friends?
No, we were just in a group text.
Yeah. Like I barely planned a thing. If it wasn't for Alyssa, who was my maid of honor, we might not still be married. Like
we might not have made it to the wedding.
But I didn't do that on purpose for her skills.
Right.
I'm sure some people do that. I do think sometimes when girls have this fantasy and this idea of like a picture perfect Instagram wedding life, whatever, and that's really something they think about for a long time.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, well, my husband might have 10 friends he wants to be up there, and I only have 4, so I better find 4 other people. And I mean, whatever. You can do whatever you want for your own wedding, and that's also fine. Some people, some brides, overthink.
Yeah.
Well, I think, I mean, again,
happening.
too, though, like, I don't think that, like, it's gotta be. It's a thought that I never thought would be a thing, but, like, it makes sense. She's like, I don't want to look back at this wedding day 10 years from now and hate myself in all of my pictures because my friends are pretther than me.
Deep
100%. Like, that's her
Like
problem.
you want them to look back and be like, hey, who's that girl that had one eye?
Yeah. Yeah, his old Cyclops.
I don't remember her name.
What's
her name? The one with the drool coming out.
Yeah.
Like,
but also like that's crazy too. Like that's a thing that I think happens, and good for the sister for being like, I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah.
But
did
like
she not want to be a part of it because?
Well, it's funnier.
Well,
I think
because
I think
she was lumped
she's
in
like,
there.
am I ugly?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I think she was like, I don't want to go down to your level, like, because everyone's like, oh, that's my sister. You know what I mean? Like, so it would have made sense if she was in the wedding. But also, I want to know if I was her sister, like, if I'm not in the wedding, which table are you going to sit me at? Are you going to sit me with your hot friends?
It is crazy, but I'll admit, if I saw that scene in a movie, I would laugh. Like if I saw the bride, her telling her sister in a cheeky way, like, nah, I just wanted to look hot today.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Awful,
you
but
want to be the
funny.
one looking up. Don't have any bridesmaids.
What's that?
Don't have anybody
that's
stand
fair.
up there with
That's
you.
fair.
Or be like, yeah, they're my bridesmaids, but they're sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you're worried about the way you look,
I wouldn't put them up front.
don't have to stand.
Not the hot ones anyway. Yeah.
They're in the 5th row.
Yeah.
You want the husband to be tempted then?
Yeah. We get that's fair. Yeah. Husband's looking down. Who is that? Yeah. They're in the balcony. It's like stadium seating, babes. I'm sorry.
Not the asshole.
No, I don't think she's the asshole either.
I think she's a good sister.
Would love to see that wedding pictures.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, actually,
Please.
you probably have not listened to this podcast ever. When was this story posted?
I don't know.
Oh, it says it on the.
Well, I haven't
that's
copied
fair.
into a document.
That's fair.
I will
Okay.
check.
Yes, because
I
if
will
the
check.
wedding's already happened, can you please send us those
I will
photos?
check. I will message her and ask.
Okay. Yes, please. Because I would love to see those weddings. I would
really
love
weigh
I'd
in. and
research.
We can give a better opinion.
What if her ugly friends were still hot and we're like, God dang, like, who are your hot friends? Like,
What are we missing?
yeah. Is this all your friends are hot OnlyFan models?
I'll take the B team.
Hey, and if you're here right now, you're part of the A team. That's Ed Sheeran's song. You're part of that. Because you've
wanna
listened.
be your end-
all,
Oh.
that's Endgame.
Different
Yeah.
song.
You've listened
yeah,
all the
different
way
song.
to the end of this episode of Bad Potato Salad. Please do us a favor, rate, review, and subscribe anywhere podcasts are available. And also, if you have a story that you'd like to share on this podcast, we would love to hear it because we have been Bad Potato Salad.
And you have been served.
Served.